Hey, so I have another topic that I wanted to kind of cover. I've been thinking about this. It's kind of been running around in my mind. So I just want to go ahead and put this out there if this is helpful to anybody because it has been super, super helpful to me. So this is just going to be a really short, quick video. But this is a concept that my sister taught me probably about a year or maybe 2 years ago. And it has been so, so helpful. So it's called the red car concept. So it's so cute. So here is how it first came about. So I was talking with my sister. She is a life coach, and so she was kind of coaching me through some stuff. I was going through a time where I just felt so much pressure from other people to be a certain way or to perform a certain way, or to act a certain way, and there's just so much pressure. And then I would get so hurt when they would accuse me of not doing things right, or when I would see that I was falling short of their expectations. And it was just a really painful, hard time in my life. And so I was just talking with her, and she was like, well, think of it this way. She was like, what if somebody came up to you and they were super angry and they called you a red car and they're accusing you of being this red car? What would you do? And I was like, well, obviously I would be like, that is ridiculous because that is not true. I mean, I'm not a red car. I'm a person. So obviously I'm not a red car. There's no way that I could be a red car. It's not even in my genetic makeup. Like, I can't be. And I was like, so that would be really stupid and be ridiculous. And she was like, right. It wouldn't hold any value to you, right? Like, your feelings wouldn't be hurt if somebody were to call you a red car. And I was like, obviously not, because I'm not a red car. I don't understand how this is helping me. And she was like, well, think about it. What if you got to this point in your life where you were so secure in yourself? You were so secure in who you are that they could say whatever they wanted and it would have the exact same effect as if they were to call you a red car. Like, what if? Like, let's just pretend. She's so cute. I love her. She's so good at being like, well, let's just pretend. So I was like, okay. So I kind of thought about it and I was like, well, that is actually really, really powerful. The more that I thought about it, the hard part for me, the scary part was like, well, how do I get to that point where what they say about me is just like them calling me a red car? Because I'm a person. Like, obviously my feelings are going to be hurt if they call me names. And she was like, but your feelings won't be hurt if you know that what they're saying is not true. It would be exactly like them calling you a red car. And I was like, okay, this is really interesting. I want to know more. I want to know how to get to this point. And so what I have been doing for the last couple of years is I have been meditating. And if you guys have watched my video that I posted last week about boundaries, I talk about meditation in there. Meditation, you guys, is so powerful. Meditation is where you connect yourself to your divine parents. And that is where your worth comes from. That is where you are told who you are and how special, how important you are. Your heavenly parents love you so much. What you do does not make them love you more or less. It is fantastic. Here on earth, we're kind of taught that love is kind of transactional, right? Like, well, if you do this, then I like you. If you do this, then I love you. And even though we try not to be like that, we don't want to be like that maybe. Sometimes that's what we're taught through actions, right? Just from living here on mortality. And so when you're able to connect with your heavenly parents who love you so perfectly, so divinely, no matter what you do, no matter who you are, no matter how you show up, they love you. They want what is best for you. And so when you do these meditations and you connect to your heavenly parents on that level, they tell you who you are. And then you can believe who you are. And so then when people come at you and maybe they say something unkind or they're accusing you of something, or they're just like really trying to get at you, and so they're saying all these things about you, when you know who you are and when you love yourself, it's like them coming and calling you a red car. I actually had this experience a while back where someone was trying to attack me. Like, they were trying to hurt my feelings and they were saying all of these things to me. And my mind reverted back to that conversation that I had with my sister. And I was so amazed because, you know what? I actually was able to do what she had said, that if I connected with myself and brought my self-worth up, that I would be able to do. which was they were saying these things that should have been hurtful. And a part of my mind was like, oh, that's not okay. Oh, that's not right. And I wanted to retaliate. But then I was like, it's not true. It's not true. It's as true as if they were to call me a red car. That's how true it was. It wasn't true at all. And it was so incredibly powerful. I just sat back in my own power, in my own divinity, and just was like, this is so interesting. This is so amazing. And it was very, very empowering. I felt so empowered to be able to be like, okay. I mean, and they were kind of saying some things that could have been, or would have, my old self, it would have crushed me. It would have destroyed me. But I was just like, oh, they're calling me a red car because I know that what they're saying is not true. They're just trying to get a rise out of me. They're just angry and they're trying to get me to be as angry as they are. And what they're saying isn't true. And so I was able to use that concept, and it was so incredibly powerful. It was so cool, and it was so fun. And so once I saw that in action, now I'm like, anytime there's something that I almost want to take offense to, I'm like, oh, I'm not a red car. I'm not going to connect with that. That doesn't compute. That doesn't align with my beliefs of who I am. And it has helped me so much. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Have I still got my feelings hurt? Of course I have. But you know what? This is that step in the right direction. This is that step that I have taken to empower myself with my own worth, with my own knowledge of who I am. And that comes from connecting to your heavenly parents. So if you're struggling, if you're having a hard time, if what other people say about you hurts your feelings, or if you are attaching your value to what other people are saying, you've got to stop. Stop letting them tell you that you are a red car, because you're not a red car. Like, that's not even in your makeup. You cannot become or be a red car. Stop letting them tell you who you are. Connect with your heavenly parents. You are so, so loved. You are so loved. You are so worthy. They want what is best for you, and they want you to know who you are. So stop doing that. Stop allowing other people to determine your value or your worth in your own mind, in your own feelings. You are so special. Go do meditation. Connect with your heavenly parents. You are loved. You are so worth it. You are so worthy. Goodbye. I hope this helps, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.